Yeah, T, it's been one while. So now you should be able to see. Throw them all vibrate. Peace and blessings, everyone. We getting live in the studio in here with Auntie Biggs. Just getting live up. Let me see. If you hit it, yeah, hit that. See, now you gotta see. Okay. Now you gotta do that. Okay. Then we just turn it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We light it up like sauce and sauce and sauce. We light it up like sauce and sauce and sauce. Fli-City got some dogs in it, dogs in it. Fli-City come off authentic. We light it up like sauce and sauce and sauce. We light it up like sauce and sauce and sauce.
My city experiencing a transition from penny pinching, maximizing our dollars, multiply triple digits. I came a long way from baby jars in a project kitchen.
Hello, everybody. This is another installment of Black Lives Matter, History Impact. Today, we're going to discuss a little bit about the cannabis industry, which ties into the history of African Americans or Americans of African descent building this country, being enslaved in this country, and never at any time were they treated fairly or given resources, even after 1865, to fend or build for themselves. They were excluded, literally, out of every opportunity that this country was supposed to afford to the enslaved Africans after 1865. No law, no treaty, no opportunity. If we talk about slavery, and most white people want to say, well, I didn't enslave anybody, but Jim Crow and de facto segregation lasted for almost 150 years. So let's just deal with 150 years of intense Jim Crow and segregation. But today for our conversation, let's deal with the cannabis business. In Genesee County, there's 0.1% ownership of black-owned cannabis shops in Genesee County. And in the state, that number is a horrid. And in the country, it is even worse. There are 16 states that have legalized marijuana. And of all those states, they still incarcerate people for drug charges, marijuana charges, at 63%. In America, most people, 2.5 million people in America, that are incarcerated, we're less than 5% of the population, but incarcerate 25% of our people, and those are black and brown people, and they are incarcerated intentionally, just like during enslavement. It's a business. The Justice Department is a business. Don't get it twisted. The Justice Department is a business. Enslaving and indentured servitude have lasted for 350 years in this country. Even when you go back to the Beacon Rebellion back in, I think it's 1763, something like that. The Bacon's Rebellion, because somewhat all people were getting along. but they had to really bring down laws to create differences in groups dealing with indentured servitude, to pit blacks and whites and Indians or native people of this country against each other only for the sole purpose of white supremacy. And so it's very important for us to understand that, what are we going to do about this? Because even when you talk about the cannabis business, and you would think that that would be an out or in since people have been locked up and criminalized for marijuana, then that's something that people of African descent should be able to take advantage of. No, that's not happening today, and we are allowing it. We as black people are really allowing this kind of behavior to happen because we're not committed to boycotting and stop spending our dollars at General Motors, at Chrysler, at Maybach, all this other illusionary prizes and this culture conditioning. Think that because you have these things, you have arrived, or you got something because you got a $500 Gucci belt. All that insanity, which places us in the situation that we're in, that we have nothing. If you think about the bank.
Peace and blessings, everyone. Welcome you to Fli-City Blackout. I was just telling AT, I'm in here just getting back in, and I'm multitasking like a mug right now. It is good to be back in Flint town. AT, I was just in LA, and it was about 80 degrees outside. It was just like beautiful weather, beaches, right? Yeah, I had my shirt off and everything. I was going crazy out there. So come back and it's a blizzard out here, so I'm trying to readjust. My car ain't started. it's all type of stuff going on, but no, it is a pleasure to be back home, back in Flint, representing, back on the grind, right? Because it's a lot of things that we're working on here in this community, right? It is a lot of great community-led leaders that's out here making a difference and making change, right? And so I'm sitting up here with our beloved Auntie, Miss Beverly Biggs. What's making noise?
Hello, everyone.
How you doing, Auntie? All right. See, so if you don't know Miss Beverly Biggs, and I give a brief, introduction. She'll speak on. She is a wonderful entrepreneur. When we talk about salesperson, business. When we talk about food preparation, catering, all those different things, right? We have appreciated her services for years.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm just talking about us personally, but serving the community, she's been doing the thing for a long time. And she is actively out here engaged in this community, changing the structure of leadership, because we do got some flawed leaders here in this city. And it's unfortunate because you got some good people here, right? You got people that we gotta get out the way, and people that we have to go ahead and press the issue on. But nevertheless, man, we gotta be the ones to be on the front line to be the difference. And that's what I've been seeing in you, right?
You got to make a difference.
Okay. See? So for those, because we be having a lot of young people on the broadcast and different folks, who may not be privy to who you are, haven't had the chance to meet you. Why don't you introduce yourself?
My name is Beverly Biggs Levy. I live in the city of Flint. I'm in the 3rd ward.
Come on, shout out to the
I'm
third.
out here to recall Ladel Lewis in the 2nd ward. She basically trying to get everything for herself and her friends. There was $97 million came to Flint for the citizens of Flint. And basically all of the 501c3s got that money. And the rest of the money, they put it in the general funds, $40 million.
You sure did.
So, but the city of Flint, none of the residents have even got a doorknob. And we say this to her every week that we go down to them council meetings. And, you haven't given the city of Flint anything but her friends, her favorite people, or whatever they ask for, they get it. And that's not fair to the resident of Flint. Mm-hmm. And you got Judy Priestley saying the money was sent for them. Who is them?
Right. Hold on. What you mean by that?
She said the money, the $97 million was spent for Flint.
What you mean by that? It was for
them, not the residents.
You mean to tell me it was for what, city council? Or
I guess it
administration?
was for city council because that's who got it.
Let me tell you, Judy Priestley be lost up there. She don't know what the hell she be talking about. And
True.
she be looking like she just gonna go along to get along. Out, those folks in the third ward or fourth ward, you need to be looking at that, right? You talking about when somebody say some blasphemy like that, you talking about this money's for them. Did she even read the tail line of what those dollars were allocated for? Those dollars is for the city of Flint. And you remember we had all those convening meetings? We sitting together and we talk about, okay, like, what do y'all want? What y'all want to do with this money? You got $97 million. What do you want to do, right? And everybody said they gave out all these great ideas, right? They talked about getting roofs for our seniors, which I believe in that, right? We got to have renovation on property because that raises the property value.
Right.
So if we want to invest in the community, we invest in the neighborhoods, invest in these properties, right? And we're $16 million that's supposed to be allocated towards that. And then too, we need to have some youth and senior services. We need to make sure that our young people have some opportunities out here, man. If folks is just out here just, living or die, then, I don't know what type of things that we build out for the future. And that's where, the community identified. And then, they also looked at some of these other things when we talk about small businesses and entrepreneurship, economic development, those things, right?
Right.
So that's what the money was for.
Right.
Right. And so seeing that, you got council members that are getting themselves in position, creating these nonprofits, organizations, right?
Getting it for themselves.
That is a common thread. And we sick of it.
Yeah.
So, Angie, tell us where we are with this whole, I know we actively engaged in the recall. Today is the 30th. Today is the 30th.
Yeah.
Where are we? And then what is some of the feedback that you have been getting as you out there in the streets? And when I'm talking about, she be out there in the community. She ain't, waiting on nobody. It's an active team of them that's out there really getting to it, right? And meeting at McDonald's. I know they got, I want you to tell them where we are, give updates. So people who are looking to get involved, looking to understand what's taking place, people that's living in the second ward. We do have a recall that went out on Eva Worthing in the 9th ward. So we're glad for that. And then also we have a special election in the 7th ward. And we be wanting young people to get involved to go vote, right? Make sure you register to vote. First and foremost, make sure your license is up to par, right? And then you are, registered to vote. But then you are watching these things, right? You are learning about it. What's up, Tia? What's up, Lady J? We see y'all. What's up, Terry Knight? What's up, Jaleel? Good shout out to y'all. So tell us where we are in the
we are going to be turning in the slips tomorrow. Anyone that's out there that has slips where the resident have signed them, we would like for everyone to turn them in tomorrow.
Okay.
And
did y'all hear that?
We have a lot of signatures. And what is bad is that they waited to January the 11th to tell us that we had to go in the old ward to the people that voted her in. We had a call on her before, and we missed it by a few people.
How many? This was back last year?
Last year, yeah,
okay.
In the summertime.
Okay.
And so after we did that, we went after Eva Worthy, and we made sure that we had enough signatures for her. And so, like I say, January the 11th, they told us that we had to go back over in the old part where they done rerouted the ward. Now they saying the people that voted her in is the one that has to vote her out. We didn't have a problem with that.
No, we do got a problem with that because this is the thing, right? You got to have clear communication.
Right.
If somebody out there,
but they knew that. They knew that last year.
And they just not saying.
And they just not saying something 3 weeks before it's time to turn in the slips. Okay.
Exactly.
So now, where they would help us verify if these people were in the city of Flint or in that ward, now they're telling us they cannot let us know if they're good signatures or not. How you gonna do this last year and you let us know every day that we called you and we had to check on some signatures? It was no problem.
And who was in there last year when we were able to check on the signatures?
Gloria
Gloria.
down at City Hall.
Where is Gloria? Is Gloria still in there?
Yeah, she's still in there.
Is she giving up the information, or is she getting pressed on?
I think they all being pressed on because of the mere fact they want Ladel to stay in that seat. Ladel is not honest. She don't need to run the second ward city council.
Mm-hmm.
She got this whole big old list of all the things that she have done, how she have put seniors ringing doorbells. And a senior, you can't go to a senior in this area and ask them how they got a free ring doorbell.
And so, and
she can't tell you where one at.
And so Gloria, and I know Gloria is normally good with the information flow.
Gloria is normally good with the information, but right now,
Gloria, we need you to step
call it
up.
like I said.
And that's I'm rich and I respect it. That's what I'm saying. Hey, Gloria, we need you to step up. I don't know if they're putting pressure on you. They want you to, allow things to play out. But it's very important though when you're talking about, making sure that the process is known to everybody. I would be mad as hell if I'm sitting up here out in neighborhoods, getting all these signatures, rocking with all these folks and talking to everybody. And then they tell me that you have to go by the previous district, right, lines to be able to collect those signatures. See, those things and those information, don't have me out here doing some stuff that's not beneficial to the cause,
Yes.
right? You know what I'm saying? Even when we had Dominique in here last week, we was talking about that thing. So he didn't connect with you and tell you this well before?
Beforehand, no. Dominique then told us on January the 11th.
Mm-hmm.
We had a recall on her back here in June or July.
So this recall been going on since June?
Yeah, well, we didn't pass in June. And she was thanking all the people for supporting her. No, they didn't support her.
That's great.
They did not support her. And then we went back to all of them people and had them to re-sign for them to say January 11th, we got to go over here in Puritanhood. Stay in the, what kills me, they say stay in the middle. How in the hell can you stay in the middle when you don't know the information in the middle?
So I guess, and so to be clear, this has been 2 recalls on Ladel.
2 recalls on Ladel.
One took place in June, and another took place. It's taking place
in December. We started in December.
Okay,
so we did all of December. We did half of January, and you say we got to go back to the old people. Who brought this up?
See, I think a lot of times it's always some salt in the game, and that's how those things take place. Because
I don't like salt, I like sugar. So they got to let that salt go. Salt give me high blood pressure.
Now I know that me too. But I'm just saying though, it's like I guess and this is what I gotta say. And listen, if you're in position, if you was elected leader, and people got the means of recalling you, that's their choice. They feel like you're not up to par, you're not doing what's necessary, you're not doing the work, or they just want you up out of there. They can recall you. And so what is apparent to me is that folks have to be understanding that, residents, constituents is not playing. So you should be wanting to do the work. You should be prepared to do the work. You should be out there engaging with folks so you don't have recalls coming at you. You don't got to feel like people about to attack you at city council. Those are real things. Yeah. And so what we be saying is you only accountable to the people. You don't work for Neely and his garbage down there. You don't work for the administration. You don't work for the people who trying to line your pockets up. As an elected official, you work for the people. That's the constituent base, the body. You're supposed to be looking out for them people that voted for you, right?
Yes.
And then even beyond, you should be looking at some plans, strategies that's going to move the city forward. This city is so stagnant, and I'm so upset. And I got to go on the soapbox real quick, because this city is so stagnant because of weak leaders. We got some of the weakest leaders known in this country. We got this administration down here right now, just terrible, terrible. Them fools is crazy, right? Sheldon, man, that guy is the worst. That is the worst piece SOB that you can even engage in. A lot of this stuff is go back to him.
Look at you in the face and smile at you and know he lying all the time.
Man, that guy is full of crap. I know Sheldon. Sheldon, you full of crap. You always been like that. Like I always, looked at him as like a simp. That's just how that is. And I just have to be honest, because when you the CEO of the city, when you are the mayor of the city, you are supposed to make change. You are supposed to be getting with folks. You are supposed to be shelling out that money, not just for your people that support your raggedy self, but you're supposed to be helping out in the neighborhood, building up, working with organizations, bringing folks together. This guy has always just been a problem. Like I ain't never known nobody who just got this complex, right? Like this snake. That's what he remind me of, like a snake. And I don't respect that. I hate that we got this stuff going on in this community, because people got to live here. People are trying to go ahead and manage the little bit that we get.
Right.
And even when we get resources, we can't even get it out right. They done moved them $40 million into general fund. That was a slap in the face to everybody who is in this community that's trying to work together.
And people need roofs on their house.
They need roofs on their house.
Doors.
Doors.
They need windows.
Windows.
I had a girlfriend that we were at the council meeting and her roof caved in right where we were at the council meeting. If her daughter would have been in the bed, she'd have been dead right to this day. And they still don't see the need of the people of trying to help them get a roof done. You tell them to call these organizations. We blow these organizations' phone numbers up, and they say they ain't released the money yet. Somebody got the money.
No, they ain't releasing. They're trying to find ways of how they can skim off the top, and that's unfortunate, because that's what we be having. People just don't really care. It's not a real care for humanity no more, Auntie. It was a time when people in this community cared. It was a time when folks would be looking to make a difference. There was a time when we had a strong city council. Not that weak stuff that we've been having. And this ain't the first city council that's been terrible. Like, we've been having city councils that's been garbage for the past couple, for the past couple groups. The past couple collectives of city council members have been the worst. What you think about? What would you rate this?
The worst of the worst.
The
worst of the worst. They don't care about their people at all.
They don't care about.
You got some good city council people. Don't get me wrong.
Where on this we do got some.
We got some that is good, and they're for the people.
That.
But them five foolish.
Yeah.
Oh no, they're not for us.
Nah, and that's the thing. So like, when I be talking about, people feel like people just hurt. People come from a hurt place. People want to have service. You should be able to go to your city council member. I remember when there was a point in time when you can be able to call your city council person, connect with them. You had an issue in the neighborhood, an issue in your ward. They were there. They would answer the phone. They would connect with you.
But you got Ladel to the point that she's going to the senior citizens and telling them if they sign the petition to have her recall, she's going to make them lose their 501c3. How can you threaten the people and then you want to try to say that you're helping the people? It's a lot of people out here is backing her, but you guys are backing the wrong person, because she is just generally no good.
Yeah, I have a problem with that type of stuff. Like, we cannot be putting out mixed messages. We cannot be putting out garbage information. That is not going to fly. And I, for one, I've been working in this community for a while. I've been working in this community well before I saw a lot of these folks. And for them to get up there and act like that, first without putting some skin in the game. You got to put some skin in the game, man. For them to be able to go up there and be looking at folks, and I attend city council meetings too. When you go up there, it's this certain type of disrespect that they got for residents in the audience. I can't stand that.
Yeah. And they never look at you. If you ever notice it, While you up there talking,
if you're doing wrong,
they
go
never
yeah.
look at you. They never acknowledge you. You know.
If you're doing something wrong, it's kind of hard to look at folks in the eye and, I guess, be honest. So a lot of people just, rather not. And then, it's a thing of saying like, people might be kind of on to what's taking place. And I'm glad that there's, folks and, everybody coming to city council, checking it out via Fli-City Blackout or just, online, whatever. Right. It's important that we all engage so they see that everybody's watching. So if they say the wrong thing or if they don't want to misrepresent themselves, they don't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Mm-hmm. Just like you talk about Quincy with that damn lawnmower. Do he got the lawnmower or not, huh?
Yeah, he got it.
He got that lawnmower. Why he act like he ain't got a lawnmower?
He got it. They, my granddaughter said she see him down on Philadelphia and North Street cutting them lots.
Is he cutting? He should be cutting neighborhood lots too. Is he cutting the neighborhood grass?
He couldn't. Well, it's the natives. Nobody lived down there. They done burnt the house down since then.
Okay.
So, but he'd be down there cutting it.
I just want to say, people are over it. People are over the dissatisfaction of an incompetent board. The city council is a board. They like the board of directors. If you're looking at a nonprofit, the city of Flint is the nonprofit. Sheldon Nickelbag Neely is the CEO, and the city council circus is the board of directors, right? And don't get me twisted, right? When I be calling these folks out, I'm calling these names just because, hey, listen, it's a thing of saying we want y'all to do right. And if you're not going to do right, then we're going to address it.
Step down.
Or like Auntie said, you
step down. If you don't want the job, give it to somebody that do care about the people and the citizens up front.
Yeah.
These people do not care about the city. They care about lining their own pockets.
Mm-hmm.
Because one day we were down at the city council meeting and it was a big roar and everybody was getting up and Candace tells Ladel, we got our money, so it doesn't matter. We got our money. So what that tells the people, they got their money. Candace ain't been there 6 months. How did you get a $300,000 money and a $50,000?
I'm just appalled because you had people who fit out those applications like months ago, last year, and they ain't got a call back or nothing. So it's like
that was a joke. When they did send out them letters that Eric had told them to get with the people,
yeah,
they sent all of us down there in the what was it, the dorm?
I remember, yeah,
we were in the dorm, in there like roaches, and they were looking up to see if you done paid your taxes and your water bill. That's all they cared about. We have not heard anything from them people since. But Sheldon nearly got big pictures of him like he the big, great white hope. And he ain't did nothing.
Man, I don't want y'all to be fooled by Sheldon. I know he is running for Congress. That is a whole joke.
If you vote for him, you're crazy.
No, but people should be seeing, this is my problem with the community. If you see how these people operate, if you saw the work that's being done in this community, if you look around the neighborhood, you look around the city, if you are satisfied with what's going on, peace be unto you.
Because there's houses that we have went by, it's a ton of trash in the second ward, ton of trash. But they don't show you that.
No, they're not going to show you that. But what I'm saying is, people got to stop being so gullible and allowing things to be the way that they are. Right? Hey, what's going on, Jolene? Hey, how you doing, Sherry? Good afternoon, Commissioner Adams. We see you out there in Benton Harbor. That's our Benton Harbor family. What's going on, family? What's up, True? How you doing, Kathleen? Shout out to you, Jaleel. This is what I want to say. When people see the conditions of their community, they should be wanting to get results. They should be looking at these people that's in charge. They should be holding folks accountable. If you don't see no action going on around here, don't come around here voting for that person again.
No.
Y'all don't even want to hear it. And don't even bring back somebody that's been on council or been in this, or whatever the case may be, and they ain't did jack crap before. Don't you bring them back over here no more. I'm just saying. But people be doing that. And then another thing is, people, you got to get out there to vote. We only voting at 11%. We thinking about making change. You cannot possibly think you're gonna make a difference if you just not voting out here. Young brothers and sisters, y'all be out there at them clubs, hanging out, kicking it, all that stuff. I like to have a good time too. But you have to go vote.
Yeah, you need to be registered.
You don't even understand how this play a part in your life, how it's governing your family, how how municipality work. You should be understanding those things. And then you should be doing research on these folks well before it's time to go in the election booth.
That's right.
That's the problem with us, right? We don't be the stuff happen and then we want to cry about it, right? Be sure to make sure you like the page. Everybody that's on the stream, if you're checking it out right now, be sure to like the show. We in here with Miss Beverly Biggs. We are talking about recalls. We are talking about redistricting. We are talking about putting a different type of spin on creating a robust community for the future with people who care. We need people who care. And we can't just sit up here and play around no more, because it's not only just for us. We got generations coming up after us, grandsons and granddaughters, great grands, and they don't want to inherit this mess. And I'd be dang, Auntie, if our children and grandchildren is going through the same stuff. That would be a disservice for all of us.
Yes.
So you better start it and stop it now. You better get involved now, young people. We got multiple elections coming up this year. We actually got 3. We got an election coming up next month, presidential nominee.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got the special election in May, which is the 7th and the 9th ward. You heard what she said about what's taking place with the 7th ward councilwoman, Kansas. I don't like that old nasty attitude stuff. That old being disrespectful, talking crazy to your elders. Don't you come over here with that mess. You're going to get cussed out, right? Because you got folks that stepping in that's going to do that for them. They ain't got to do nothing but just live and have, live how they want to.
Right.
We have to go ahead and put an end to that. And I'm definitely down there on the front lines, down there at that council. And then we do have the 9th ward, which, I know we got the brother Jared told me about his nephew.
Mm-hmm.
So we got Jared. Now, if we recall Ladel, what does that look like in the 2nd ward?
Who would they put in her place?
Mm-hmm.
That part, I don't know. My job is to get her out.
Okay. So
whoever they put in their place or whoever runs, God be the glory.
And I'm going to say it like this. I'm hoping, I'm not sure who that is. I'm hoping whenever we get to the point where, hey, we got to select somebody for the 2nd ward, or we selecting somebody for the 7th ward, which I know we did. We rocking with Jan Marie. So hopefully, she definitely go ahead and put up a good fight, and we'll be supporting it. However, and hopefully we don't have these type of reoccurring situations, right? Because I've seen this before. I've seen this rodeo before. I've seen us pull somebody out, and then we get somebody worse. And I just hate it.
We've never been into politics. I have never.
Really?
My mother was into politics, though.
And tell them your mama's name.
Ladel Biggs.
Come on now.
My mother was into politics real heavy.
See?
Wrote a lot of books.
That's where you get it from.
But I never got into politics until I come down here and see all this. A Stevie Wonder would know what's going on, and he can't see.
Yeah, he see exactly what's going on.
These people, and then they talk a good game. That's all they talk is a good game.
Mm-hmm.
If they call her Dr. Ladel Lewis, they got the doctor part wrong. Because to me, she's just as dumb as a sack of rocks. She talk a good game, but she's very dumb. Why would you tell somebody, Quincy put in to have Martin Luther King Day a special day, and none of them wanted to go for that.
Quincy walked out.
Now, if Quincy don't wake up and see that all they want him to do is be their little flunky.
Quincy, you gonna wake up and stop drinking the coffee?
Yeah, because none of them, her words were, You know, I don't want my people to miss out on their work. If it's a legal holiday, dummy, you gonna get paid for it. Why wouldn't you think that Martin Luther King, that they not gonna make no money?
Right. So Quincy, I know Quincy wanted to have. So he wanted to have all the workers, and what she's referring to is like
the trash.
When you got the trash, garbage contract should have put all the workers not only have the day off for Martin Luther King Day, but they get paid.
But right? It was a holiday.
It's a paid holiday, right? So what she was saying is Quincy put a motion forward. He did put a motion forward, right, to be able to have that day off and continue to get paid, etc. And he didn't get the support from nobody. See, this is the thing, right? And he was sorry about that.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't do a little hissy fit and walked off in the sunset.
But he was the fifth vote to get Eric Mays out of his seat.
He was the fifth vote. See, these are the strategic ways you have to be. And I think it's something that we should all learn from. If you see these type of things going on and people supporting, and I feel like people should have independent minds anyway. Some things work out, some things make sense for you and your people in your ward that you can support in other people in their ward. Or then sometimes you don't want to block, you want to vote in the block just because, hey, I'm cool with this person, I don't like this person. That's what we got. We got a bunch of sucker stroking going on down there. And that has never amounted to anything. So when you talk about you hoping Quincy wake up, yeah, I'm hoping Quincy wake up.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they all wake up.
If that didn't wake him up, I want to see what he's gonna do when they come back next week. He gonna still agree to whatever they say. Yes, master. Then he wonder why they call him handkerchief Negro.
I'm gonna tell you right now, he gonna come back and do the same thing he was
the same identical thing.
Yeah, I already know.
Whatever Ladel say, that's what they're gonna do. I'm riding with her. You're gonna die with her too.
See, I think so. That's the thing. How you have to put pressure on folks because that's what they do. Right? They definitely ride with each other, and even if it's right or wrong, they're gonna do necessarily for that group, right?
Mm-hmm.
So moving to, we gotta have the signatures in by what date?
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow we'll be turning all signatures in. Whoever have sheets and have not got them to us to have a total count, I'm not gonna worry about that.
But
I'm not going. If you went to somebody's house and you told them we're trying to recall Ladel Lewis, we need her out of that seat, and you got them people to sign that sheet and don't turn that sheet in, to me, you want Ladel Lewis to stay in that seat.
Well, hey, what's going on, Reverend Powell or Pastor Powell? We just talking politics in there. Make sure you all like and share and subscribe to the channel, Fli-City Blackout. Be sure to make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. We have Mrs. Beverly Biggs here in the building. We talk about recalls. So this is pertinent information. Those signatures has to be in by tomorrow. And let me tell you this too, like some people be faking and shaking, ain't you? I don't know what else way to say it, right? If you out there supposed to be collecting, signatures, and you out here, supposed to be out here on Facebook talking and putting this information out there, but you playing both sides. Ain't you? Some people is fake.
Yeah.
But you know this.
You got to call it like it is.
You ain't got no choice but to.
That's it.
They know what's going on. They know when the deadlines is. They know when they need to send the stuff over to you. She's been heading this up for the past year. And if they ain't connected with you, that's a shame on them.
Yeah.
All I want to see is what's best for this community.
Yeah. If they don't turn them in, that means you told the people to sign this petition. So you lied to them. Then you lied to yourself. And who you hurt? Nobody but yourself.
Yeah,
I'm doing the job that I got to do.
I got a problem with a lot of folks here in this community. I rarely have a problem with, I guess, folks that's honest and keeping it real, right? Because we got some, like I was saying earlier, we got some really good people in this community, and it's all respect to them. I always appreciate the folks that really are out here doing something for Flint. But it's the people that, it's the people that's just so sorry is who I got a problem with. It's the people who are just be faking and shaking out here, who sitting up here always talking about some stuff that they doing and they did jack crap. I'm just being honest, Auntie. I'm tired of that fake foolery that's going on. People too old to be acting like this. Yeah, these people too old, acting like kids, acting like children. The children are more grown and they are more mature than a lot of this baby crap and childish stuff that these folks is doing. And it's a shame. And y'all supposed to be leaders. You supposed to be somebody that's the young people can look up to. Don't nobody respect none of that stuff. Y'all just you all look silly. At the end of the day, we only hurting ourselves. We can be much more in this community than what we putting out. We can be doing some really great things. We can be really changing the tide, changing the narrative. We should have been doing something about the water crisis. Ain't nobody said nothing about it. I know Mama Claire is definitely doing it. They got the 10-year commemoration. They've been talking about it. They got to meet today, actually, at 6. But, ain't nobody from the leadership, ain't nobody in the elected seats ain't talking about the water. Ain't nobody said nothing. Ain't nobody said when the check gonna come down.
She said we was janky anyway. The people from Flint was janky anyway.
Yeah, that type of thing. That type of thing is not only insensitive, but that's like super disrespectful to call folks janky. The thing is this: we need y'all elected leaders and officials to be talking about the water crisis, to be bringing folks together on account of unity, creating an action or a plan for this city to be something much different than what it's been. We depend on it. Now, like she was saying before, if you're not going to do the work, if you don't care to do the work, or you got so much pride within yourself that you can't work with folks, you need to get out the way. If you're not trying to help people, I don't care if folks like you or not. There's a lot of people that don't like me.
We're not here for like. We're here to
respect
one another and do the job that needs to be done.
That's right.
And that's all we are supposed to do.
That's right.
And whether you like me or not, I still love you. I have no animosity against anyone.
That's right.
But if you're not going to do what needs to be done, get off the pot and let somebody else get on it.
Yeah, and I second it. I second exactly what you're saying. If you're not in it to be able to, help folks that, people in Flint need help. People in Flint need help, and we need help for a long time. Look at our schools. Look at our neighborhoods. A lot of people don't even own their own homes in their own neighborhood. Look at down the street at the gas station corner stores. We don't even be owning those stores. Look at the streets. When you're coming down, riding, and you hit a pothole and you lose your tire, that's all city business. Folks should be really looking at it like, what type of services I'm providing? How am I making it safer for people? How am I even giving, opportunity for what's coming up next? If you're not looking like that, if you ain't even caring about it like that, then you don't got no business holding office.
We got more potholes in the street now than we ever had.
Because they ain't working on the street.
They're not doing nothing to our street.
Our
neighborhood.
I just was coming down. I was coming down Martin Luther King Street, and I hit a pothole so hard my trunk flew over. That's crazy. I'm just being honest with you. That's the type of stuff that we had to deal with. But nobody is talking about that. Everybody is so engaged in what they doing, and it's me. I ain't talking about the folks in the community, because this is what it is. I'm talking about people that's been elected to those positions to work on behalf of constituents. If you got a problem with everybody and you want to, talk a little crap behind the scenes about folks, you got issues. You are an elected leader. People voted for you. So people got the right to talk to you and tell you if you're doing a good job or a bad job. You can't catch feelings. Like some of those council folks be up there catching feelings about what somebody said about them. Sheldon be acting all weak and like a crybaby if somebody's, speak down about him and his wife. But if y'all ain't doing nothing for this community, you got to be crazy to think folks ain't gonna call you out.
No.
You got to be really dumb to think that folks is not looking at the stuff that you're doing. And you want to hide behind all these different things. And you want to talk about what somebody else ain't doing and who need to be trusted. That is so crazy to me.
So crazy. So crazy. But they think that they're getting away.
They think that they're getting away.
They're getting away.
I'm hoping, and this is what I'm hoping for the residents, because we got the power. Let me talk to the residents real quick. Residents, we have the power to make changes. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now that I ain't waiting for none of these people. I'm not waiting on none of them. We ain't gonna even think about what they talking about. If we had our resources together and we had our political our finances in order, then our political power would be strong. It wouldn't even matter who's in office, because they would have to come see the stakeholders. And I ain't talking about them other people. I'm talking about the people that's homegrown from this city, from this community, has been here, been dedicated, raised families here, that's been, trying to make a difference, always in the areas. Those are the people that I respect. I respect those folks that I know that's been out here on the front line for a very long time, and they ain't even have to have a position to do it. Like you, I respect you. You out here actively engaging in recalls because you don't like what's going on in the second ward. I mean, you somebody that need to be in office. Then that's the type of energy that needs to be there. Like, I don't want nobody that's gonna placate everything. I don't want that. I don't care for folks to just be sitting up there, looking good and ain't did jack crap for nothing in this community.
Nothing.
I don't respect folks that be running around here, want to take, put their pictures on the walls and all this stuff all downtown and all that, and have statues, and we can't name one thing that you've done for this city. That's appalling. It's mentally something wrong with people out here. And they would tell you like they done really did some stuff. And I'm looking at what Sheldon be talking about. Sheldon be showing all these videos. Dog had a whole hour-long movie about all the stuff he did. And ain't none of that stuff is true.
Well, Ladel has a thing out that she done did all these things for the citizens of Flint. Ain't did none of it.
Ain't did none of it.
None of it.
And then we wondering why?
You've been in office for 2 years and you done did more than any other council person that we have ever had.
That's what she said.
That's basically what she's saying.
She circulating that stuff around the neighborhood.
She putting these in folks' mailboxes.
That's a federal crime. It'll get you 5 to 10 to then. I mean, doing that type of stuff.
They ain't did anything.
Ain't did.
The people don't even know her.
See, people know who's doing the work, man. Now, so what do you want to say to those who may be conflicted, may need to get some motivation, need to hear the truth? What do you say to them?
We all need to get together, open up our eyes, come to a city council meeting, and see for yourself that these people are basically talking a good game and they ain't standing behind nothing that they say. You got the police picking you up, bringing you to a council meeting every Monday or Wednesday that we having it. You're taking advantage of the city and the police department because they could be out on an important call, but no, they picking you up. They waiting for you 5 and 6 hours while you in the council meeting, and then they coming back to take you home. What other council person?
Who are they doing that for?
They do this for Ladel.
Who? What's the one cop down there? What's his name?
Green.
Terrence Green. No, that's the chief. Who is the one that's down there? The white guy.
They picking her up and they bringing her back home every council meeting. That should not fly.
So the thing is, that should tell you a lot. That's it. If you got to be picked up by the police, if you got to get picked up by the police, I'm just saying, in general, anybody. Sheldon be doing the same stuff too. If you got to get picked up by the police and escorted back home because you are scared for your life, because the people in this city disapprove of your actions, that should tell you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep it all the way 100 with you. Listen, if I got to have the police, which I never will, if I got to have the police pick me up, protect me, or chauffeur me around because I got a bulletproof vest on because I done did all this wrong and harm out the community, then you know what? I'd rather walk around and get crucified out here because that ain't land like that.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Metcalf, that's the name, yeah. Metcalf, listen, if you ever run up on one of my sisters again like that, listen, it's gonna be hell to pay for you, boy. Don't ever do no stuff like that. If you see these folks
She done had him removed from the city hall.
Hmm?
She done had Metcalf removed from the city hall.
Who?
Ladel, because of the mere fact Metcalf wouldn't arrest somebody when she told him to. She said,
So Metcalf ain't down there no more?
no, Metcalf is not down there anymore.
Okay.
No.
I didn't like how that played out. I was down there at that council meeting when that stuff happened. I didn't like how that was.
Yeah.
I'm just, you know what I'm saying?
I think that next week she had him moved from there.
I didn't know
After
that.
he did that, yeah.
Okay. Listen, City of Flint, surrounding areas. Be sure you put a plug in. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the broadcast first and foremost, because we appreciate all the supporters. When we talk about Fli-City Blackout, you talking about Miss Beverly Biggs, you talking about DeWaun Robinson, you talking about Claire McClendon, you talking about Miss Taylor, you talking about Mother Deloney, you talking about Black Lives Matter, you talking about the community. You talking about the heart of the community. I ain't talking about them folks that's on the signage out there, you know, putting their marquees out there. I'm talking about people that's been out, you know, people that's been working, people that's gonna stay working, right? We appreciate everybody who support us. So if you can like the show, we really appreciate it. It means everything to us because we go back and we watch these comments, we watch these lives. We want to make sure that we are putting out good pertinent information. And it's not about just, you know, ragging on folks. Even like Ladel and Sheldon, even though, you know, whoever you got to you disapprove of anybody in office, it's not about just ragging on you. It's just having a real family conversation with you and telling you how it is. If I can't go to you and tell you, hey, this is what I feel, then how we supposed to work it out and make things better if we don't start having those conversations? Right. So it's a real thing that we just putting these messages out there and talking about it to be able to create some action. So, you know, when I say like, you know, hey, how you doing there, Brenda? Hey, how you doing there, Carol? Shout out to you, Miss Taylor. And so, yes, she was talking about. I didn't put none of these on broadband. Listen, so what are we gonna do next, Auntie? What we got next?
Once we turn them in tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
we'll see where our count is. And I believe in my heart we got Ladel.
So you hear that, Ladel? All you had, I would have got. Let me tell you how I would have did. If I know folks is looking to recall me because I ain't working out right, I will go get with them people. I will go talk to her. Like, let me talk. Let me sit down and talk to you. What's going on, right? Let me get an understanding with you. If it's something I need to improve in, please help me be a better person. That's what a servant leader is. Not somebody that just try to buck up on folks and act like they doing everything well and like they just God's, you know, greatest gift. No, you supposed to be working for the people. So if people have a problem with you, i.e. Sheldon, i.e. Ladel, i.e. Candace, i.e. Quincy, i.e. Judy, and Eva, Eric, man, whoever. People supposed to come to you and they're supposed to tell you these things. You and your job and your capacity is supposed to listen. Don't try to make excuses. Don't try to send out mixed messages and talk about all the stuff that you've done if that ain't what we talking about. Learn to listen. You know, my elders always pulling me to the side Mother Deloney is always pulling me to the side and telling me what I did right, and then she gonna scold me on what she feels is what I can do better. It's my job as a mentee or a servant in this community to listen to those things and then come back even better. Because that's what we expect from this community. We want to be good at having a working relationship. We want to be good at spreading information that's good information. We want to be able to coexist with each other, even if we don't like one another.
Right.
It's okay to disagree.
Right.
It's just how you disagree. We shouldn't be out here spatting. Sometimes I be out here fighting with folks, right? You know what I'm saying? It's because I'll just be tired of folks, so I'm just have to be honest with you. That's what's going on. But then there's even ways of being better at how you deal with your adversaries.
Right.
So I'm just hoping in this year, 2024, that we can be much better civilians to one another that really care and value each other enough to say we're gonna work it out together.
Work it out together.
However that is.
Yeah, and I want to thank everybody, like I said, that have went out, knocked on doors in the winter, cold winter,
Good job.
ain't complained,
That ain't for the weak heart.
and they were right there. And you know, Mother Claire McClinton,
Yeah.
Mother Taylor,
Yeah.
you know, 80 years old and knocking on doors. That should tell you something, that we are the people of Flint is tired of the bull. And you're not going to sit up in these chairs and think you the head chief and you just a little peon. You know, that's just how it is. I think everybody that went out, Brother James, you know, Rich when he came out there with us.
Rich was out there?
Yeah. You was out there. We all, I think everybody, and if I miss somebody, you know, forgive me for it, but I think everybody, even the one that kept the books in order, we think everybody. And I know deep down in my heart that we have her. They throwing a little monkey wrench in the thing, but it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. We're gonna have her.
You know what? I believe, you know, we in a special time and thing is going to work out the way that the Most High, you know, deem necessary. See, we may be thinking we in control of everything we doing right now. We think that we may got away with some stuff that we shouldn't have done to people. But trust and believe that stuff come back.
Right.
And so I just want to make sure that I'm on the right side of history when it's all said and done. And I think that's the thing where everybody should be looking at it like how we can contribute and add value.
Make it better.
And, you know, not try to, you know, cause any more problems. So, so we got one more day. If you haven't got with Miss Biggs and you've been out there, you know, working the mill and getting signatures and all this stuff, you need to make sure you call her after she get off this broadcast. You need to get with her and connect with her and drop her off. Because listen, when it come down to it, everybody gonna know what's happening.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to Unc over here, man. I'm so mad that dog bit him.
Time.
I'm so upset about that. And we got Arabic ain't talking.
That didn't stop him. He kept on, got up the next day and went on back out there.
Real soldier, you got you 118.
That didn't stop him.
Like you Jackson, you want to stay home on this? Did you make him some soup?
Nope.
You don't be like that. You better make him a whole cake or something. What type of cake you like? No, I'm just saying though, man. You know, it is definitely you know, that's resiliency when you can just go out here, you know, and you know, it's 20, 30 below out here.
Yeah.
And you can go out and make signatures and like she said, you got the elders doing it. It ain't no excuse. And nobody in but have an excuse to say. You better not say nothing.
Right.
I don't want to hear you got to go to work. You got stuff to do. Yeah, let me see what I can. No, none of that. Get out there and make it happen. Get out there and be the change and be the difference, right?
Right.
I appreciate you, AG, for everything that you represent.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you know, you locked in for life, right? Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to like Fli-City Blackout. We also on YouTube. We got some things going on YouTube. You know, we got some projects that we be doing here in the city of Flint. I'm excited because we're expanding on the West Coast. We out in LA with it now. We out there in Jersey. We got social equity projects that we're trying to create some generational wealth. We are supporting our entrepreneurs. So next month we'll be doing a number of different things and events. So I'm just excited about what Flint can be. And I'm gonna just be faithful, right? I'm gonna be optimistic. I'm gonna be forward thinking, right? That we're gonna overcome all our challenges. And we're gonna be a great city that we ought to be. And then we're gonna look back at these times, AT, and be like, you know what, this is the type of stuff that we had to overcome.
Right.
Because while we said we overcome,
Right.
we overcome epidemic, pandemic, right? Friction within our own community, and we still able to go ahead and make a difference,
Right.
right?
Right.
So I appreciate, you know, the legends. Let me get you the legend. I appreciate the legends out there that's out there on the front line, that's on the grind, that's doing it. I appreciate all the young people that do get involved, that do get engaged, right? Big shout out to Commissioner True. Big shout out to Sherry. Hey, how you doing, Jolena? That's my girl. She be getting to her. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Sherry Allen? We appreciate you tapping in. Please be sure to like and share. Pastor Powell, listen, we got to get back up, man. Always, you know what I'm saying, good work you're doing out there at the church. We need to get more activated in our churches. We need to get them out there on the front lines again. Matter of fact, we need to raise the membership from 10 people to 100 again, right? And then, hey, Miss Taylor, that's my love right there. Her, Miss Mother Deloney. We appreciate all the work that you're doing. Big shout out to you. Big shout out to Ronnie Moss. What's up, Ronnie Moss? Hey, how you doing? Then we got Rose. Hey, what's going on, Rose? How you doing, Rose? Rose, good peoples. She on the front line with us. And everybody, man, that's continued to just stay out there and support the cause. We thank you. So, you got any last words you want to give them, AT? Other than
like I say, I thank everybody that went out there, touched each other, helped each other, brought a cup of coffee or sent a text or Cash App. I thank everyone for everything that they have done for us. And we're going to turn these signatures in tomorrow, and we're not going to look back. We're not going to look back, because if we have to come out a third time, I'm on it. They must leave downtown. They don't want to help us out. We don't need them in our city.
You heard it first. She kicking you out. Listen, make sure, once again, be sure to share the broadcast, because you got one more day. So for those who may not see the information today, make sure you share, make sure you like it, right? Hey, what's going on, Brenda? Make sure that you stay engaged and supportive, right? We're gonna keep this train moving, and we'll be back out there, but we have to bring you back in too, you know, on another note, so you can follow up on that.
Okay.
So we appreciate everybody who tuned in and tapped in with us and checked us out. This is Fli-City Blackout. My name is DeWaun E. Robinson, aka Royale X. I'm sitting here with Mrs. Beverly Biggs, and we are rocking with you. We talking about recalls and redistricting, and we will be back for more, some important dates. All signatures need to be turned in by tomorrow.
Yep.
Then, of course, we do have an election in February. We got Black History Month next month. We have a special election in May. And also we have the primaries in August, the general election in November. Please be sure that you are registered to vote. Make sure everybody is, don't even think about it. Don't even ask if you are. If you say I don't know, then you need to go downtown, Secretary of State. You need to make sure you register, but ensure that everybody is registered in that house. If you can vote, make sure you have a plan of action on how you're gonna vote. Make sure that you are talking about these people who are running for office. Do some background checks, just like you're going to do a job. Everybody, if you go get a job, you try to go get a job, they do a background check, right? Right. So same thing with your elected officials, because they're working for you, right? Be sure to do your check. Make sure you go check in with them. If you don't see them out here in no community centers doing the work for no people, if you can't even name one thing that they have done or committed to doing, then that should tell you something about that person. So once again, we appreciate everybody for tapping in to Fli-City Blackout. We locking in, locking out. We do this ain't on the way out. Fli-City Blackout. Hold on, we gotta set it up. Okay, we gotta say it together at the same time. Blackout. T, you too now.
Blackout.
Come on now. Come on, baby. I'm trying to
We light it up like arson and sauce and sauce. We light it up like arson and sauce and sauce. Fli-City got some dogs in it, dogs in it, dogs. Fli-City come off authentic, authentic. We light it up like arson and sauce and sauce. We light it up like arson and sauce and sauce.
My city experiencing a transition from penny pinching, maximizing our dollars, multiply triple digits. I came a long way from baby jars in a project kitchen.
Name. And you don't